Hi everyone. It's Sunday and day 38. How are you? So happy to be here for my viral wisdom sharing, day 38. I cannot wait to have you all join me. So tell me where you're joining in from while I clean my desk. Hi everyone. It's so good to see you. So today I am so excited to share what I want to share, and I can't wait to learn from you and hear about your feedback on what I'm about to share. So just sign in, tell me where you're from, how are you doing on this Sunday? Hi Dalpreet from London, Sandra from Miami. Hi guys. From Aruba, Myra from Aruba. Hi guys. Ikra, you're reading my book. Which book are you reading? Mexico in the House. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. So, this is day 38 of my Viral Wisdom course. And when I started this course, um, it was, as I've said before, I didn't have any idea of how long it would go for, or hi, Sonia from Atlanta, or, what it would even come to be. But it really is what I emanate with in the moment. I don't really have a plan, and I kind of live my entire life without a plan, and that's what I want to talk to you about. But keep saying hello. Hi, Khadija from Morocco. So somebody's asking, why do I get angry when I feel so unworthy? Yeah, that's a great question. I think we feel angry because we are frustrated with ourselves. We're frustrated. But I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. I'm going to connect our feelings and our current state of mind. So, hi everyone. So, just for people to know that after this, I'm going to be teaching a meditation class on another page. If you want to join me, it's facebook.com/groups/ get super powered / somebody will post the link. Come join me for meditation. So, Andrea's reminding me it's day 62. Really, I've been teaching here since March 16th, but so happy to be here. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what I want to share with you. So today I want to really talk about something that I have been following in my life and something I adhere to, much to the chagrin and disdain of the people I work with, because it's very frustrating. What I want to talk about is flow, the idea of flow, and how to manifest flow in our lives. And what is flow? So, flow in the most simple way I can describe it is to be in alignment. So, what does to be in alignment mean? It means to recognize who you are intrinsically. If there is such a thing, you can recognize who you are intrinsically before you were conditioned by culture, who you are in your nature, what is your nature, and match your inside nature with your actions. Your actions mirror your inner nature. Your actions mirror your inner feelings, your inner intuition, your inner guide. And then, as your actions mirror that, your life begins to take on a flavor, a color, a form that now mirrors that. And soon, your outer life, the choices you make on a daily basis, all begin to align with who it is you are. Alignment, to me, is a key spiritual principle. Alignment. Like, if something is not aligned with me, I will not do it. There is no way at this age of my life, 48, will I do anything that doesn't align with me, or doesn't align with me even for my children or my people in my life. So I have one daughter. So the other day she came to me and she wanted to become, or she was thinking about becoming, some regional head of some regional thing in some organization she is part of. So I talked to the organizers, and it involved a lot of travel. Okay, travel to some different borough in New York and then another borough. And it would look great on her resume, but it would stink in real life. Okay. Like I'd have to travel, I'd have to drive her. And so I had to check in with myself: resume, ego, or alignment with my nature. And I said to myself, who am I kidding? This driving around is not something I'm going to do. I don't care if you're the president tomorrow. Well, maybe if you're the president. But if it's some little thing you're doing just to look good on your resume, no, it doesn't align with who I am. I don't want to waste time in New York traffic. I do not need that for myself, and I don't think you need that. Of course, if you're dying to do it, I'll do it. But since she was on the fence, the way I made a decision is to ask her, how aligned is this with you? Because don't do it if it's for some stupid resume, please, because it's not aligned with my lifestyle to be driving you all over town for some title. So she's thinking about it. She hasn't made a choice. But to the point of even my child putting something on her resume, I will stop and go, wait, is it aligned with who it is I am? Is it aligned with my lifestyle? Is it aligned with my capabilities, my capacities? And only if it's aligned, coming from really through flow, that it'll flow. I don't need to do anything that's stressful for ego, for obligation. Like that was the old me that did all this because it was living in false self. But as I move into a more authentic self, I want my entire family to move there. And I'm not doing it to please anyone, and certainly not for some college application to be better. So alignment means to work into your nature, the nature of your family, the nature of your bank account, the nature of who it is you are, the nature of your relationships. What can you do right now that is in flow? And we have been conditioned to work anti-flow. We have been conditioned to be against our authentic nature. Why? Because we're all trying to fit in. We all want to be rich or famous, or rich and famous. You want your children to be rich and famous, somewhere significant, some version of rich and famous. So as long as we want that, which is an externally imposed artificial construct, we are going to be out of alignment, because guess what? Everyone cannot be rich. Sorry. I mean, I know the American dream is everyone can be rich. The truth is everyone cannot be rich, because if everyone could be rich, everyone would be rich. So this rich is a utopia. It's insanity to want to strive toward, but capitalism makes us want it so that we're all hungry, so we keep striving, and we're all unhappy, so we keep drugging ourselves and buying more things and becoming less rich, right? So this idea of external richness is insanity. But we all want the American dream. We all want to be rich, living in the fancy mansion in Hawaii with the Bentley in the garage. And because of that, we're actually miserable. And then we all want to be famous. Yes? How many times have I met people who will tell me, oh, I want to be like you, Dr. Shefali. I want to have a wide audience. And I say to them, but what will you talk about? And they're like, I don't know, but I want to have a big audience. The other day I asked my daughter, what do you want to do in life? She's like, I don't know. Maybe I'll be famous. And I was like, okay, coming from a 17-year-old, I can barely stomach it, but I can kind of handle it. But adults talk like this. We talk like this. We want to be famous. No, everyone cannot be famous. And anyway, you don't want to be famous. Trust me. It's not fun. It's a lot of burden, and it's a lot of nonsense and junk and garbage. Let me tell you, it is not what it's cut out to be. It's total nonsense. Okay. So both money and fame are utopic pipe dreams, which I'll talk about in a moment. But I'm first talking about the desire. So we all have a desire deep down, that we, or the people we're with, or the children we have, will be rich or famous. Okay, some degree of it. Now, as long as we have that imposed on us from the outside, immediately we split off from who it is we are. We split from flow. And because we are hungry for rich and famous, right? Or status. It's really money, status, power. Money, status, power. Money, status, power. So for our children, it's status. what baseball team, what college they're going to get into, which friend circle they have. Money, status, power, money, status, power. And we are hungry for it in some respect or the other. You don't want to admit it, don't admit it. But I know this is the truth. This is the underlying motivation behind our parenting and behind our dissatisfaction, because we want more money, status, or power. As long as we want money, status, or power in its various shapes, fame is one of them, we will not be in alignment. We will not be in flow. To be in flow means to see through the illusion of money, status, power, fame, to see through the illusion of it, because that is from outside in. Flow is inside out. So it's a paradigm shift. How do you want to live your life? Do you want to live your life outside in, or do you want to live your life inside out? Now, it takes a lot of courage to live your life inside out, to live from inside. What is coming toward me from the inside? What is coming genuinely from inside? So when I chose to do these viral wisdom things, it evolved. The first 15 days I did something, I did teachings, but it wasn't even called a course. I was just doing it moment by moment. What am I called to do? What do I feel is important? And then after 15 days of doing it, I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll call it a course. Okay, then I did a course. And then today, before I came here, I said to myself, by the end of the month, I think I'm going to move to once a week. So I'm here to announce to you, after the end of this month, I'm going to move to once a week. No big deal. I felt it. It came to me. I'm going to shift. I'm going to move at the end of the month to a different thing. And now you may go, oh, she's moving to once a week. Maybe you will. Okay, that's my ego. So you'll be like, oh, she's moving to once a week. But we don't know. Don't go, oh, don't go. Numbers don't mean anything, right? It doesn't mean anything. Maybe when I go to once a week, oh my goodness, who knows what's going to come from there? Maybe I'll be even better in that once a week, So we don't know. All I know right now is that it came to me that, by day 52 or 53, I'm feeling it. I want to change it up. I'm feeling it. Not for any agenda, not for taking away, not for adding, just the feeling. So I'm going to go with my feeling. And as soon as I went with my feeling, the voice inside me said, oh, but then, what if? And I said, nah, I'm not listening. That's ego. That's my fear. What am I genuinely feeling inside? What is my voice saying? My voice is saying, from June, I'm feeling it, that from June I want to change. I want to move into the summer in a different way. I want to do different things. I have to finish my book. I have other things that I want to shift. And I'm going to allow myself to shift. And then I can shift back. And who knows, maybe I'll be like, you know what, you guys, I can come back. So I don't overthink it. I feel it, I go. I sit with it, I go, is this genuinely coming from inside me, or is it culture? And if it's genuinely coming from inside me, that's it. I don't know what consequence, who I'm going to lose, who I'm going to gain. I go. This is what it means to develop a connection with the self, where I listen to myself as if it's my teacher, my guru, my guidance is very important. And I'm listening to myself and I'm going, what do I feel? Where is it coming from? How is it genuine to me? And I listen. It's my own guru. I am my own guru. And I listen for guidance. I'm my own therapist. I sit with it for a little bit, check if it's culture or me, fear or abundance, inauthentic or authentic. And I'm always checking. And if it's ringing clear like a clarion call, I go for it. And it doesn't matter to me if I lose money, lose people, it doesn't matter, because I am here to manifest my authentic self. And if I show up authentically, that's all I need. That's the reward. The reward isn't who follows me. The reward is me showing up for myself authentically, because I am my greatest manifestation. And each one of us are each one's own greatest manifestation. I am not here for you. So the other day somebody wrote that, oh, Dr. Shefali, you're my new guru, and I have to tell her, no, I'm not. Oh, I am not. I am not. I am my own guru, and you are your own guru. And the gurus in us can say hello once in a while, but that's about it. But I am not your guru. You are your guru. But this is what it means to begin to live in alignment. Alignment means checking in with your own guidance, right? Your own GPS, your own direction, your own governance, your own president, and taking charge of your own destiny. How do you want to live your life today? But that requires a disillusionment and a detachment from the bullshit of the mainstream, namely money, status, power, and fame. You have to stop wanting that. I'm not here because I want that. I'm here because I'm just expressing myself authentically. I can get money, no problem. I'm not a fool. I have to put money, I have to put food on my table. I can get money, but that's not the agenda. Status is not the agenda. Power is not the agenda. The agenda is what comes authentically to me. And if each one of us can understand that the goal is not money, status, power, fame. The goal is how can I express myself? And then, yes, make some money, 100%. And if you get famous, you get famous. But that's not the goal. The goal is how do I be in flow in my own life? And not everyone can have the same amount of money. Not everyone can be famous on a stage. Not everyone can have power. It's just, how is that possible? Right? Think about it. If everyone wants to be on the stage, who's going to be in the audience? Who's going to be in the audience? Right? So not everyone is cut out to be on stage, so to speak. Each one does their own thing according to their own talents, according to their own inner temperament. So this is what we need to develop. Who am I? Who am I uniquely? That's not her. You don't want to be me, and I don't want to be you. We should not want to be the other. We need to be ourselves and manifest our own inner artistry into our external world. If it's for the puppy and the sheep that you have in your house, in your farm, or it's for 10 people in your village, or it's for 30 people in your school, it doesn't matter. The numbers don't matter. That's status you're running after. You have to run after flow. Who am I? What gives me joy, right? Don't be beguiled by numbers. That's why my nonprofit organization is called One is a Million, because it's a reminder to me that one is a million. Don't be beguiled, Shefali, by numbers, right? And obviously, I have to remind myself because I'm human and I do get beguiled by numbers. And I do go, how many people signed up? How many people signed up, right? But I'm checked. I check myself and go, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know that numbers are an illusion. You know that anything on the outside is an illusion. So check yourself. And I check my ego. And I say, yes. I forgot. One is a million. One is a million. One is a million. And the first one is you. You are a million. You have to be worthy of being a million. Work from flow. Check in with yourself day by day. Who am I? And the more you ask, who am I? And keep flowing toward that and going, that's not me. That's not me. It's being brave. So every year I have an annual conference called Evolve. So my annual conferences are quite boring in terms of sensationalism to other annual conferences. I'm being tongue-in-cheek, yes? Meaning I don't have a lot of fanfare. I don't have acrobatic openings and a lot of, show and glitz and glamour. I don't. But every year I get tempted. Okay, my ego gets totally tempted because I'm a total sucker for the ego. And I look at everyone else and all my contemporaries, I go, oh, this one did this, that one did that. I should also do this. I should call the news and I should call the press and I should call, and I always get suckered in, okay? Year after year, no matter how much I've trained my ego, it roars. Shefali, you're not good enough. You need to be like that. So I get suckered into it and I have to have a big ass, long ass dialogue with my ego. And so the ego says, Shefali, you should. And a 10,000 lists of shoulds. And then my authentic self says, but that's not me. And then the ego says, but you should. Do you want your message to go to millions? Do you want to sell your books? Do you want to, look what she's doing, look what he's doing, look what they're doing. And my ego goes, you are not going to go anywhere the way you're going. So my true self gets nervous, and I forget. And then sometimes I want to give in to the ego, but I know better. So I fight with my ego, and then my true self says, you know what? I'm willing to give up money, status, power, fame, because I need to be me. And if no one shows up, no one shows up. So I always do this big cycle, and then I come back to my true self, and then I ground myself and I do my things my way. But culture does a number on us. Culture tells us that we should be rich, famous, hungry for power, hungry for people. And so if we're not trained, and I'm still a sucker for it, after doing meditation for 25 years almost, still I go for my ego. My ego can win. So imagine those of us who haven't trained in this way, who haven't trained their mind, they're going to get completely suckered by the culture's ego. So you must be getting suckered by the culture's ego unless you're a super meditative guru, right? So I'm here to show you these are illusions. Don't get suckered into them. Find your flow. As long as you try to be someone else, running for money, status, fame, and power, you're going to live a miserable life. Because maybe that life is not for you. You're not meant to be on stage. You're meant to be something else. It's like me saying, I want to be Adele. I cannot be Adele. I have to be me. And I can't even be the closest version of me as somebody else's being. I have to be my version of me. And I have to learn to be okay with it. Similarly, the way we mother, you cannot mother my way, and I can't mother your way. I cannot wife your way, you cannot wife my way. We have to be ourselves. And part of that is owning our strengths and owning our limitations. I can talk on stage, I can't sing on stage. I'm not Adele. I own it. I can make my partner a cup of tea because I'm really good at making tea, but I can't make dessert. I own it. I can be a mother 6 hours a day, but after 9 hours, I become a witch. I own it. Similarly, we begin to recognize who our people in our lives are. My partner is like this. I own it. This is who I married. Or this is who my kid is. I own it. I don't need my kid to be other than who they are. This is who they are. They may work in a Macy's store and be a checkout girl. No problem. They may be a scientist in a lab in Wuhan. No problem, right? These are illusions. All that matters is, are they doing what comes from them? And we have confused authenticity with things that are grand and accolade worthy, right? We train our children not to be authentic. We train them to go running for the trophy, running for the accolade, running for the prize. And this is where we divorce our children from who it is they authentically are. Our children need to be trained to follow their own inner beat. It doesn't matter if they work in a Macy's or at the grocery store or at the petrol pump. Yeah, they'll make less money, but it'll be them. That's what they can do. If all of us are chasing money, status, power, and wealth and fame, then it's a recipe for disaster. Because not everyone can be Bill Gates with that much money. Not everyone can be Obama with that much charisma. Not everyone can be Adele with that much singing talent. How can it be? Right? So there are different kinds of people. Find out who you are. Stop going for that one goal which culture has put on us as worthy. It's not true. That's just one thing, but we've all become hungry for celebrity. Everyone wants to be famous. Everyone wants to be an instant hit. For what? For what? Do you know I get so much negative mail that you may not want to get ever in your life if you're not trained how to deal with it? Just yesterday, I told another group of mine how this woman called me a money mongerer, that I'm doing all this free stuff actually because I'm working with the KGB and the CIA. She didn't say that. To make money off you, to make this is making me millions, yes? And this is my secret agenda, is to make millions. So people put all this stuff on you when you're famous. You don't want that. It's nothing what you imagine it to be. All that it comes down to at the end of the day is, can the person wake up with passion, purpose, and joy, and show up as themselves. What's the point if we're faking it? What's the point if we're chasing something that is not authentically who it is we are? If you look at Bill Gates' life, if you see his documentary, ask yourself, can you be who he is? You know who Bill Gates is from the documentary? I don't know whether that's real, but as an example, he reads encyclopedias, he reads almanacs, with statistics, and he cares about numbers of poor people in every country, and he cares about disease rates and things that you and I don't want to read. We don't like that stuff, but that's what makes Bill Gates, or for example, Michael Phelps, swimming for hours underwater. That's what makes Michael Phelps, plus his biological talent. Andrea Agassi, read his biography. That's what makes who he was, his father, his drive, his culture, right? All that. We don't see all that. We just want what's on the outside. I just want what's in his garage. I just want what's on her face. I just want her people in the audience. But we don't see that it comes with a whole conglomeration of cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect, that you can't just say, I want that effect. If you want that effect, come take all the causes too. Take everything, right? I always tell people who say they want to be quote unquote like me, I say, okay, no problem. Let's start right now. Please go to school for 15 years. Go to school for 15 years, right? From 21, I was in school all the way to 35. Go. I earned, I don't know how many degrees. Go do that. Let's start. Let's start today. And then they're like, I don't know whether I want to go to school. I go, you don't? Well, I've been meditating since 21. Let's start meditating. Let's calculate all those hours and let's start right now. You finish that, finish going to school, you're going to be just like me. And they're like, I don't know about that. Exactly. You don't, because you don't want it. Trust me. You don't want the causes. We just want the effect. And so it is with all people, and me too. When I'm hungry, I'm like, oh, I wish I was like, whoever I wish I was like, right? No, I don't really wish I was like them. So say for me, it would be, if I had to wish, maybe I would say, I wish I was like Eckhart Tolle. Look at Eckhart. Eckhart is so serene. I bet you he doesn't care about how his hair looks, and I bet he's out of his ego. Shefali, you should be like Eckhart. Okay, really? Do you think I can be like Eckhart? I can't. What am I talking about? I cannot. I could not survive 1 hour as Eckhart, because Eckhart is Eckhart. You understand what I'm trying to say? We have these fantasies, and we're raising our children to live a fantastical life. A fantastical life is based on fantasy, a phantasm. A phantasm is a mirage. It's not the truth. It's not reality. Reality is, who are you truly? So, for example, if I see my daughter, she's no academic, right? So for me to put Yale and Harvard and Stanford on the list, even as an aspiration, is stupidity. Who is my daughter, right? And the minute I make peace with it, and I go, this is not who she is, right now, right now, right now. It could change tomorrow, right now. And if I make peace with it, I stop pressuring her to be something she's not. Now we're all happy. She's happy. I'm happy, right? Same with us in the mirror. Who is your image saying you are right now? Who is your reflection right now? If you have cellulite right now, you are not going to be on cover, whatever the cover of Swimsuit Illustrated right now, right? Who are you right now? Does your wardrobe reflect who you are right now? Does your life reflect who you are right now? Or are you constantly wanting who you're not right now? Now, the law of attraction says put who you want to be on a vision board. And let's start going for that. I say that's complete nonsense. I say you have one life to live. This is the body you got. This is the face you got. This is the brains you got. Now, can you please accept it and begin loving this right now? You have no time to waste. Start with aligning with who you are right now. And yeah, you may never get the Bentley and you may never get the island vacation. Screw that. That's an illusion that'll make you happy. Who are you now? Start loving who you are right now. Love your little home right now. Love your 4x4 square foot home right now. Love your children who, never say please and thank you right now. Love your partner who is so lazy and you're upset with him right now. Who are you now? Stop chasing something for the future. Begin now and only do what's authentic to you right now, and start matching your life to you, not to somebody else, to you. If your body is not a size zero, it's not a size zero. It's okay. It's okay. Stop trying to squeeze into corsets and garter belts just to become a size zero. It's not you. Screw it. We are ruled by what culture tells us is good, beautiful, important, and worthy. And that's not true. It's an illusion. The only thing that's good, true, important, and worthy is for you to be in alignment and peace with yourself, to live your life in flow to your standards, your dreams, your aspirations. But it will only happen when you let go of what culture has told you is important. Sorry, you cannot be famous today. Okay? Let's enjoy not being famous today instead of constantly craving to be famous. Sorry, you're not that wealthy today. Okay. Do you have enough? Do you have enough? And if you have enough, go there. Everyone cannot be Oprah. You can't. I'm sorry. Because Oprah was Oprah because of all what Oprah went through. And she happens to be famous and have status and money and power. But that is only an effect. It's not who she truly is. The reason why you love Oprah is because Oprah is trying her best to be in flow with Oprah. That's why you like Oprah. You want what Oprah has, but you have to understand who Oprah is. Oprah is somebody who's in flow. That's what you want from Oprah. You don't want her money, status, power, and fame. Trust me. You just want her life, meaning her comfort with her body. That's what we want. That's what we should admire in people. Wow, how is this person so damn comfortable in their own skin? How do I learn to accept myself like that? How do I learn to let go and go, this is me, take me as I am? Those are things we should run after, not money, status, power, and fame. So as you release yourself from these cultural prototypes of beauty, to be on a magazine, to be insta worthy, insta famous, insta this, all that jargon and garbage from pop culture. I shan't use any names. As soon as we realize that that is a mirage, that is not okay, right? The women who are plastic dolls, who are artificial blow up dolls, that is not normal. That's not okay. As we realize that that's not who you want to be, and as you realize that that's an illusion, and what's more important is that you live in authenticity, that you live in flow, that you stop the unrealistic expectations of yourself and others and your life, and you say, this is me. This is me. From that, from the movie. What movie was it? Hugh Jackman's movie? This Is Me? Can somebody tell me? My favorite song. So that's what we need to go toward, right? That's who we need to be. The me that is already here, not the me of tomorrow, the me right here, right now. So authenticity, flow, to live in flow, right? I will not do anything in my life that doesn't come from inside. Maximum, I'll do it for my daughter. She may be the only one. Now you'll say that's so selfish. And I'll say that is not selfish. That's genuine. That's true love. Because when I show up, I'm truly showing up. Now, are there things that I do for the sake of doing? Of course, of course I have to pay the bills. Do I want to pay the bills today? No. Do I want to take care of the dog 24/7 if the dog has diarrhea? No. But I'm going to do it because the bigger picture is that I love the dog. You understand? So in the moment, it may not be all pleasurable. That's not what I'm talking about. In the main, your life is kind of aligned. The people in your life are those who you want to be there, or who have a reason for being there, or who have purpose in being there, right? So you create a life that is more or less in alignment, that is more or less in the greatest resonance with who it is you are. And you let go of things that are not you. So the other day I did a session with somebody who was telling me that she was on so many boards, like board meetings, boards. And I said to her, why? And she said, I don't know, because I want to fit in. I want to be significant. I want to be valuable. And I said, yeah, all the wrong reasons, right? Because your worth and value doesn't come from some stupid board, right? So I said, right now, I told her, right now, get off those boards and blame the pandemic. Blame Corona, can't do it anymore. Get off the boards. Similarly for all the extraneous activities that you do, all the weddings you go to that you don't really want to go to, all the events you go to you don't really want to go to, galas, fundraisers, PTO meetings. No knock on PTO meetings, just saying. All the extra things that are expendable, ask yourself, do I really, really want to do this? Or am I doing it because I really am scared? If I don't, it will mean I'm not good enough. And as we begin to ask these questions and let go of the extra bullshit in our lives, now we are flowing with who it is we are. I can tell you that my refusal I will not even do a talk for 10 minutes if it doesn't align with me, if it doesn't fit in with me, if it doesn't match my heart. Do I love this person? Do I love the topic? Do I love the modality? I used to get called to NBC and ABC to talk about, say, backpacks as bomb as shields from mass shooters. And I remember I was called for one of these things, and I said no. And the woman said, "Why would you say no? This is primetime TV, and why would you say no?" I go, "Because it doesn't resonate with me. Sorry." So I used to say no to so many news things, and I still say no. And I have an agent, and my agent is always telling me, "Shefali, you got to say yes to some things." And I go, "No, I don't." I says, Who? I understand that's the mainstream way. That's the traditional way, that the more airtime you have, the better you'll be, and then you get more gigs. I go, "But if it's not resonating, I will not do it. I do not care. Put me on 9 o'clock news. I will not do it." So she knows now, and she backs off me, but she's always eternally disappointed. Like, "Shefali, you don't do any of these things. So how you want me to help you?" I go, I don't. I will only do what lights me up. And at first, this was scary because I was saying no a lot. And I felt like, are you an idiot? Like, maybe you're an idiot. Maybe you need to say yes. But as I began to evolve and I realized it's so important for me to be loyal to myself. It's so important that my true self feels heard by me. It's so important that my true self has me as a backup. Because if I keep betraying my true self for something that is not true to her, I will die. My creativity will die. So I began putting my true self before even my daughter, before everybody. And of course, I never stopped taking care of my daughter, but I would always find a meaning for the true self. I would always find a connection to my true self so that my true self felt heard, not ignored. And I began watering the garden for my true self to emerge. Every day I said, "Hey, I got you. Hey, I heard you. See, I listened to you. See, I didn't fall for culture. I listened to you, true self. Do you love me?" And and my true self would go, "Again, you're an ego. You need so much accolade and recognition." I'm like, "Yes, I do." But my true self felt heard and understood. And I began to construct a life around my true self. And I can tell you, and that's what I'm telling you, when you do it, it's scary at first because you're saying no to mainstream. But as you begin to do it, you begin to realize, wow, my life is joyful. It doesn't have drama. It has less pain, less chaos, less suffering. It's truly lovely because I'm being me and I'm worthy of being me. I'm important. I'm significant. But it can only happen when you let go of the bullshit of culture. As long as you chase money, status, power, and fame, and beauty, and belonging, and validation, and Instagram likes and Instagram followings, you will not be living you. You'll be living a rendition of you, a fake you, a lying you, an inauthentic you, and don't do that. So I'm here today with no agenda, to just remind you there is a way to live in flow. It takes courage and guts. It takes rebellion and a maverick spirit. But I'm here to tell you, do it. Start living your life in flow. Stop looking to be famous. It sucks. It's not as great as it turns out to be. Don't look for money because there's never enough money. Trust me, there's never enough money. And there's never enough power. Power over whom? And status? Who gives a shit? So money, status, power, fame, the four big things you want, they're all an illusion. They are a mirage. Stop chasing that. Start chasing flow. You want to bake? Go bake. You want to lie down? Go lie down. You want to read a book? Read a book. As you listen to your true self, you will not become a pathetic couch potato. I promise you. Because as you listen to your true self begins to come out and begins to take risks. Because your true self now is becoming awakened and free. And your true self is endlessly creative. Your true self is endlessly intelligent. Let your true self out. Let her out. Let him out. They will not let you down. Your true self will not let you down. You haven't even seen your true self yet. So this Corona time is a time out from the bullshit of mainstream to go within and go, hey, true self, maybe I need to get to know you. Maybe I need to get to really understand you and maybe show you loyalty, fidelity, and create a life according to you, not culture, you. And as you do, and as you marry your true self, your entire life is going to change. Okay, guys, come and meditate with me. Facebook.com/groups/get super powered. Come there. I'm going to teach meditation in 7 to 10 minutes. I take a break and then I come back and I'm going to teach you meditation. So come join me. Bye, guys.